Hey guys, Shawns C6 here again. Today we have another video for a unique Diablo 3 monk build. This is my sunwuko Tempest. I previously had a couple videos up about a lawn Tempest, last patch or the patch before. This is my first sunwuko Tempest that I've put together, and here's how I'm doing it. Alright, first for skills, got Tempest Rush Flurry. You can use the other ones. You walk right through everything on T10. T13, that's a little bit slow without using cold, because then you can stack up damage and drop huge bombs on elites or Rift Guardians or whatever. Mystic Ally, Air Ally. It's your main spirit. I don't have any other gain as far as actual spirit gain. I am using Tempest boots, so I do get double the spirit per second, and I do get double the spirit when I activate it. So almost fills up the entire globe, and there's just enough spirit otherwise. I went to Serenity Ascension for running higher rifts. I was testing this out in greater of 75, and without some other skills it was getting a little bit squishy, but so I went Serenity here. You could basically use anything. Blinding Flash, Faith in the Light, 29% damage from the skill, and then you have the bracers that do huge damage gain for blind, freeze, or stun, so pretty necessary. Sweeping Wind, Inner Storm, I guess there's more spirit regen. Along with sunwukos, obviously you need Sweeping Wind to activate it, and when it's up it gives you more spirit. Mantra of Salvation, Agility, just a little bit of toughness. Alright, I went to Transcendence. There's not very much heals. Life on hit, I tried it. It doesn't work very good. So life for spirit spent, you're always doing spirit, so you'll always be gaining life. It's not a ton, but it works. Momentum, you're always moving, so you'll always be gaining the damage. Harmony, to have some toughness. And the Guardian's Path. So I'm actually using a two-handed, so all spirit generation is increased by 15%. Now, items. Sunwuko's Crown, part of the 6-piece set. Sunwuko's Chest, part of the 6-piece set. Sunwuko's Gloves, have cooldown on them, part of the 6-piece set. And Sunwuko's Pants, again 6-piece set. And Sunwuko's Shines for the 6-piece set. I am using Ring of Grandeur in the cube, so I only need the 5 pieces. For that, don't need the shoulders, so I'm using Mantles of Channeling. So reduce damage or increase damage, and you take less damage. Win-win. Next we have Caesar's Memento. That's what I was talking about with the Blinding Flash. So mine are only 333%, but it's up to 400% damage increase for blinding them, so Blinding Flash is a huge benefit. Kirishira's Soul, go along with the Sweeping Wind for some Wukos. It keeps your stacks up, so that's totally necessary. Balance, the thing that helps with stacks is getting crits to replenish. Having 100% critical hit chance when you hit 3 or fewer enemies, big bonus. This one's life on hit just so I have a little bit more healing, but I have a few others with cooldown and damage on them and such. Tempest boots, it gives me double allies, so I get 8 spirit per second and 200 spirit when activating, so way better there. Still have a Unity on from running rifts. You could use a convention if you want and time your big damage drops with it. It ends up being huge damage that way. And then Obsidian Ring. Little bonus. If you're always hitting, you could have a lot of Blinding Flashes, a lot of Serenities, and if you really needed it, more ally activations, but not really necessary. Got Vengeful Wind. Just makes it a lot easier to keep stacks up. I might switch this out because I was never having issues with stacks dropping off. Like even easier than Bell or Kick. And then Hexing Pants of Mr. Yan. You're always moving, so your resource generation is increased and your damage is increased. So the idea behind this, if you look at the bottom of the screen there, there's Taiguk stacking up, and this one right here that's at 30 now is building damage. So you just keep Tempesting around. You can do some damage just with basic Tempest. It starts slowing down in T13 and higher. If you need Spirit, just activate the ally. So you keep going around. Even when it hits 100 like that, well, if you drop them off, then that's your big damage. But even when it hits 100 like that, it keeps stacking in the background. So hypothetically, if there was nothing to do big damage to, you could run around for 5 minutes, get a Rift Guardian or something, and then drop a 2 trillion damage drop on them. So that's a definite option. I didn't go over the gems. So you just stop, it does like a little Nova, and that's your huge damage. So I'm using Esoteric here, just a little more toughness. Bane of the Trapped, huge damage gain. And since it's a channeled skill, I'm using Taiguk for damage and armor. Works pretty good. Alrighty, so I'll do a quick run around on T13 and just show you how it works. Alright, so I switched to a damage weapon. T13 shouldn't need as much heals. I switched to Convention Elements, shouldn't need Unity, can get some really big drops. I switched to Mantra of Conviction Overawe for more damage, and I took Serenity Ascension off for Breath of Heaven, Blazing Wrath, 10% damage increase. So the idea here is you run, hold shift or whatever you have, force attack, so you're building up stacks and attacking. You can go through things, see 700,000 or 700 million damage. Nothing special, doesn't really kill too fast. But you see there, I just hit 100 stacks of Tempest. So when I find an elite, if I can get them all together, I'll just go for a couple of them. So boom. Oh, I even got him. Everything just dies. So run around again. If you want to do a little bit more damage with actual Tempest, blinding flash them. You can see Obsidian works really good with it, and there's no issue with sunwuko stacks at all. It's just up all the time. So if you want to kill normally, do that. It doesn't waste your stacks. Find an elite, blinding flash them, and drop. Didn't have quite enough stacks there to one-hit them, but almost killed them. So you can do smaller drops too. If you want, you could go up to 20 stacks and drop on some whites. Probably kill them. So just keep going around, keep stacking, keep dropping stacks. That's all there is to it. It's actually really easy. Mobility, you can increase very easily because you don't need to use anything that'll get you through anything. You don't need illusory boots or something. So we got an elite here. Wait till that one's not shielding, maybe. The one thing that is a huge negative to it, you just seen it there. If you're frozen or knocked back or anything, you automatically lose your stacks. So pretty big negative there. It can be annoying if you're not careful. Now the other thing that can work out amazing with it is if you get a convention drop with it. So if you're on the right element here, so you got some whites, boom. if you're on the right element and you do your drop when it's stacked up really high, then the damage is just absolutely outrageous. So I'll quickly do that and show you. And other than that, I think that's about it. Alright, so you run around for a couple minutes. Wait until you're about to hit the right element. Go in, drop everything, and drop the stacks. So that looked like 4.7 trillion damage I just did there. So like I said, if it works out, you can get huge drops. It stacks indefinitely. The counter stops at 100 down here, but it keeps going and going behind the scenes. So if you stack for a long time, you can do an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage. But thanks for watching. Have a good one. Any questions, feel free to ask. I'll talk to you later.